Yo, what's up everybody? My name is Jack Ormanoid. This video today is for those of you who, when they get to objection handling, they go straight into fight or flight. They feel their heart racing. They're not sure how to handle objections. They're skipping question, going as fast and as quick as they can, trying to get as much money out of the prospect as possible. And it ends up either the prospect leaving the call, payment dipping, or it just means that you simply don't close the deal. So what I'm doing is I'm leaking a group training of the people that I coach inside my program so that you can actually get this for free to be able to help you master the objection process and actually get people across the line. Enjoy the video. Let me know how it's helpful. And yeah, enjoy.
About this, boys, is that like when someone comes on and they give you all of the objections and you watch the call back, like it's painful to watch. It's happened to me so many times. Like this woman, like I said, literally came on and she's like, oh, I've just been thinking about this for such a long time, and like I keep wanting to speak to my parents about it, but like they're just like, I just don't know what to do. And I'm like, what the actual fuck? Like she's literally giving you a partner objection and a think about it in the space of 30 seconds and you haven't even clocked it. And so you need to start picking up on these small little intricacies of language, because it means that you're going to be able to, like, objection prevention is sometimes impossible because you're still going to get objections either way, sometimes, not all the time. But if you solve the majority of them, they're going to be weak. They're going to start asking you, can I think about this? Do you mind if I think about this? I'm going to take a couple of days. Is that okay? Do you know what I mean? They're going to ask you for permission for them to go and, like, for the objection, basically, rather than saying, I'm going to think about this. So language that you need to pick up on, like I said, language that doesn't serve their outcome, behaviors, emotions, past experiences a lot of the time, and like, yeah, I would say that's it really. They're the four main things. Or so like identity, beliefs, actions, behaviors. Yeah, that's what I would say. So if we run it then, Ned, you can be the prospect. Ollie, you can close. Siggy's just joined. I'm gonna run him through what we're doing. Yo, G, how's it going?
What's up, boys? Doing good. Yo, Ned, what's up?
My man, brother. How's it going, Siggy?
Doing good, doing good. Oliver, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Cool. What we're doing, bro, by the way, is just so you know, is we're gonna run like a little group objection handling thing. And what it looks like is, first of all, we're gonna pick up on objections in discovery, i.e. when people give you the objection, but not literally, like, few people are actually noticing the language that you need to pick up on when it comes to objections. So things like externalizing behaviors, actions, beliefs, like the identity that they put upon themselves. Also, like externalizing shit, like talking to parents, thinking about things, not knowing knowledge, not knowing where to start, and that sort of thing. So we're going to run it as Ollie and Ned first. Ollie, you're going to close Ned, and we're going to see how you get on. So just run it from the top of discovery.
Okay.
Go on.
You mind if I just get some food, because I've been on back-to-back meetings?
Yeah, go on, bro. You're all good. You're all good. I'll revolve my life around you, mate. All right. Take care, mate. I'm only messing. Cool. Right, let's run it then.
I'm just closing some tabs on my laptop because my laptop's moving slow.
Yeah, don't worry, mate. We'll just wait for you. It's all good.
No. Cool.
Where shall I start, Jack?
That works.
Just literally yeah, no worries. Everyone just stop what you're doing. Just wait for Ned. You finished?
Do you know, actually, is it alright if I just go grab a steak, like a nice little meal out, or is that?
Well, have you hit the gym today, mate? You may as well go hit the gym at the same time.
As well.
Yeah, no, you're all good. So yeah, literally take it from like the start of discovery.
Okay, so any specific like offer or just fitness?
Just your offer, bro. Your offer. Yeah. So
okay.
So you know, Ned, Ollie, so oh yeah, you know who does anyway. Cass, you're right.
Yeah.
Good. No worries. I'll explain what we're doing in a sec, because I just remember it like 3 times and I want these boys to crack on. But yeah, like Ollie, you close, Ned, go run it.
Yeah, cool. What gave you the motivation to make money for appointment setting?
Damn, man. I don't really know, to be honest. Just reached out.
Okay. I mean, what made you want to reach out?
Maybe want to reach out because I want to make some money online. Like, I don't want to work a 9 to 5.
Okay. And why do you want to make it online opposed to being in a 9 to 5?
Why don't I make it online? I just don't want to be stuck at home or something, man.
Okay. And I mean, how long have you been wanting to make the switch for?
Sam, I don't know. Like, just messaged you the other day about it, to be honest. Like, 2 days ago.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Don't like the pressure.
No, you're good, bro. You're asking me good questions.
Yeah. Okay, so what changed for you to suddenly just want to do this?
Good question, man. What changed? I think, I don't know, like I'm at the point where I could get a 9 to 5 and like I don't know, I finished uni now, so I've got to do something. So do I get a 9 to 5 or do I do a appointment setting? And I don't really
Okay.
want to be working inside a job all the time.
Okay, what about working inside like a 9 to 5 job? Do you not like the idea of?
I want to go Thailand shit, man. Like, do what you boys do.
Cool. What about Thailand specifically?
Just looks fun, bro. The lady boys.
Cool, man. Why ladyboys specifically?
Why lady
What
boys?
does that do for you?
Normal girls just aren't enough at the moment.
Okay, cool. Um, I mean, how long have you just not been able to have your ladyboys for?
Boys don't fuck about. Like you're actually training here. 2 minutes fuck about, then leave.
Also, you took me down, like, you could have spoken way more about, I feel like, the Thailand bit instead of specifically lady boys. Let's move on from that then, anyway.
I'll give you some feedback quickly, bro, before we go. Like where
Yeah.
you wanted to go was like when he says, I want to start making money online, I don't want to be at home anymore. The perfect way that you can just ask that, like super simply, is going to make him go deeper is just by asking why not. Like because like why not just be at home rather than saying like what about Thailand and like going down that route, because you're going to get like a logistical like, oh, I've just always wanted to travel. Why do you want to travel? Because I want to see the world and adventure. Like why do you want that? Oh, because I just don't like my hometown. And you're going to go back to the same answer anyway, and you're going to ask 3 questions when you could just ask one of like why not just go, why do you not want to stay at home?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Run it from, if we go back up a few questions then to the where you said to where Ned said like, okay, cool, I just want to do what you boys are doing.
Yeah. Okay. Why do you not want to just stay at home?
Why do I not just want to stay at home? I just got back from uni. And I just want to move out now, man. Like, I just don't want to be at home all the time, like working a job like a lot of my mates do. Working a job, then going back home and just doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. And what is it so much about just being at home that you don't like?
No, man, I just don't want. I just don't want to stay at home. Like, I just want to get out.
And I'm struggling here.
Well, let me give you a bit of guidance. Yeah, you're not struggling,
Yeah.
bro. You're doing fine. First of all,
Okay.
so don't worry. But like, if they go negative, let's say I want to be at home. Damn, it's not going to let me type. But if they go negative, I don't want to do this. You ask why not. If they go positive, like I want this, then go why. Rather than when they go negative, trying to go positive, it's easier for the flow of conversation to continue with the same language pattern that they're using, basically.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. But I just don't want to feel like I'm asking like the same question again and again.
Well, he's given you the same answer to what he said before. Like, I don't want to stay at home. You said, well, like, why not? He's like, well, I just don't want to stay at home. Okay, well, like, why is that though?
Okay, right. So really reinforce it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, you stay in the pocket, bro. Like, you don't take like, because he's just trying to avoid the question, or maybe he's not like intentionally, but like the prospect's trying to avoid the question, basically.
I am.
Okay, yeah.
I'm making it a little bit hard for you, bro. Because if you've done
Okay.
jack training, then you can deal with it. So
Yeah,
I
of
was
course.
just-
Like, this should be hard. Yeah, good. Fucking, I like that.
Okay. So why not stay home?
Why not stay at home? Like, bro, like I just don't. I just want to. I've lived at home a year before uni, man. Like I did a year out. I traveled, came back home, went to uni, and like now I've just come back home, and it just feels like a 360. Like I don't want to. I just want to make a change.
Okay. Why do you want to make this change?
Like, just because, yeah, I just feel like I'm not making progress. But I don't know. I don't want to get 9 to 5, I guess.
And why do you not want to work the 9 to 5?
It's just like an interview or some shit. Why do I not want to work a 9 to 5? I think just because working a 9 to 5 for me, it's kind of scary. Like always being stuck in the same position. And like did 3 years in uni, didn't feel like I learned that much, and then just like I'm worried that I'm gonna have the same sort of shit with 9 to 5.
And where do you really want to get to then?
Good question. And like, I haven't really properly thought about it. Like, obviously, I only started thinking about this like a few days ago when I reached out to you, saw your video, which was awesome, by the way, man. But like, I want to be in a position like you, man, just like living in Thailand and like just like doing what you boys do, like, being involved, having like other mates around me, and just like enjoying myself.
So how does it make you feel not being able to be out there, like joining the boys, enjoying yourself, and then having to stay at home?
Wow, it's just boring for one, and I don't know. It just feels like I'm missing out on something that everyone else is doing. I could just be doing more.
And like really missing out on what everyone else is doing. Like, how's that making you feel when you are just stuck at home?
Same thing. It's like just like that. Honestly, I'm just getting a bit of FOMO, bro. Like I'm at home, I'm looking for jobs online. Like the best job is fucking shit about cleaning, like maybe a few marketing jobs. It's just like I see all these guys making money online, and I'm just thinking, how can I get involved in that? I'm happy to work hard. I just want to make sure that I'm doing something that like kind of puts me towards where I want to go, not just like working hard for someone else to have a good life.
And how long have you felt like this?
I don't know, maybe like yes, since I've wanted a job and stuff, and I've wanted not to get a job since leaving uni, so like 2-3 months ago.
Okay, 2 months. I mean, if it's been that long, man, what have you done to sort of put you in that position already where you don't have to be at home in that 9 to 5?
I've like put this cool to you, man. Like this is one of my steps.
Okay, so in 2 months, do you not feel like you could have done more to get you there?
Yeah, that's a good point. I could have done more, sure.
And what do you think you could have done more?
Like put this tool earlier, like looked a bit more into stuff online. Like I've looked into stuff with like SMA and stuff like that. And like started my own agency. I did some like social media posts for one of my mates just to get a bit of practice on that. But yeah.
Why did that not work out?
Why did that not work out? I don't know. Like I just haven't found the right thing for me.
Okay, and why was that not the right thing for you?
I honestly don't know. I just not made any money from it.
Okay, why did you not make any money from it?
So I couldn't get any clients.
Okay, and I mean, what did you really do to get these clients?
I like helped my mate do social media posts. Like reached out to people. I asked people if they knew anyone. I emailed some companies, like shit like that. What I
Did you
saw on
get
the
like, did you ever get any
advertising
like
video.
professional help or actually go about getting someone to show you how?
Nah, no. But I reckon it's probably a good like step for me to do that
And why?
because I don't really know what I'm doing in terms of stuff. Like university didn't teach much of that shit.
Okay, so if you know that that would have been a good step for you, then why didn't you do that at the time?
I don't know, to be honest, man. Probably should have. Probably done it sooner.
Okay, so now knowing you should have done that sooner, what are you gonna do now to get you where you want to be and leave home?
Yeah, probably should actually get in a course maybe, or just like.
Yeah, we'll stop there, boys. Only because I feel like the door's kind of missed, bro. Don't worry. Like I know if there's a group of lads there, it's like it's not the same as just running a one-to-one call where there's no one to fucking watch. It's behind closed doors. A couple of things that you kind of like you could have tapped on: lack of progress. You wanted to get a timeline around that. Like, how long have you been feeling that you haven't made the progress that you've wanted to, and what stopped you from making the progress that you actually wanted to make? When you hear like that's like progress, I don't know how you can decipher progress, but I guess you could say it's like it's an emotion, right? You feel like you're making progress. Typically, you never. Well, maybe I'm wrong. You boys can correct me if you want, but like my understanding of progress is that it's an emotion. You know what I mean? Like everyone feels like they're making progress, but are they actually making progress? Do you boys agree or disagree?
Because I feel like you can also make progress and feel like you're not making progress, but yeah, I agree it's an emotion.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What do you think, Siggy?
And I think it's definition-wise, it's getting better, but I agree that it's also a feeling.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I don't know how you can conceptualize it then. Like in terms of, well, I mean, lack of progress ultimately comes down to external and internal. Then, right? Like whether his actual like perception of progress is in line with actually what he's doing ultimately, which is fine. So the reason why you wanted to get a timeline on that, by the way, bro, is because when you understand a timeline, it gives you fucking more leverage. Because otherwise, he could have like felt like that for a day or a week or a month or a fucking year or 10 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when different answers are going to give you different routes in the call. He said he was missing out, like timeline on how long he's been missing out, what he's missing out on that he doesn't want to be missing out on, and why does he feel like he is missing out? When you spin the spotlight on him like that, like why do you feel like you're missing out on this? Because I haven't got X, Y, Z. Okay, and you haven't got that because of what? That way. See you later, then, Julius. No worries, man. When you do it that way, you're gonna drag him up basically to get him to take fucking ownership of his actions. You know, the further you go down and just challenge him. And then when he said like, well, what have you done? He said, book the call. I'd be like,
by the way, if you're finding this helpful so far, you like the feedback that I'm giving, you're taking notes, and you can actually see how you can apply this in a real life call and in a real situation, then look, go drop me a follow. Watch all of the source that I've got on Instagram. This will literally help you master your closing, master your objection handling, help your own belief systems, and help you transfer that same belief system onto prospects on the call, which will help you make tons more money, close more deals, and reduce the fucking burnout that we all encounter as sales reps. So yeah, my Instagram is in the description. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, sales is the law of the mirror.
let me ask you, do you genuinely feel, boys, that like just booking a call is enough action to actually get anyone to where they want to go? No. All right, sound. Because booking a call is like going to the gym and not lifting the weights, expecting to grow the muscle, right? As I'm sure you boys.
I use this all the time, Jack, bro.
Yeah, it's such a solid quick reframe. It's like, okay, well, going to this call, like, yeah, okay, you're in the right place. However, like, how much money can you make directly from being on this call? What's the return on investment from just being here alone? 0. Do you want a 0 return on investment? Does that make you a better like investor? Does that make you a better entrepreneur? No. Okay. Well, when you say you could have done more, you want to understand what more he's not doing. So like, what is it that you need to be doing that you're not right now? It's almost like you're clarifying the situation, right? Is the easiest way to put it. You're just looking for fucking clarification. Okay, and then it's like, well, what stopped you from doing more? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because if you go question, rather than like down the funnel, you're going to end up always kind of feeling like you're interrogating, for lack of a better term, because you're like just going boom, 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 but you're not following the right thread. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the professional help, that's definitely the right way to go. When he said that, I feel like that would have been the right move. The way that you could have gone is you could have gone negative and been like, what has it cost you not doing that?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think that there's enough of us in here, boys, to actually do something like pretty fun rather than all going one-to-one. We can obviously all do one-to-one like objection handling if you want, but what I feel like would actually be funner is if we do like a little bit of like a round robin thing. So I can be like the prospect, for example, and then we can go like, I'll just call out switch, and it'll go like Ollie, Ned, Siggy, Cass, and we'll all just revolve off each other, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Also, Ollie, I want to say, bro, like, in fairness, the direction of your call was really nice, man. I felt like when I first was speaking to you, it felt like we're going in circles, and then I started to really feel like we're making progress, which is good. That's a great thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes I find, and this is something that I'm working on as well, by the way, is that I just go for like purely like feedback route rather than like bigging people up for like what they actually have done, and I always just focus on what you haven't done. So there's nothing like, it's not like there's no good parts of it. It's just more that I focus on just purely feedback, which is something I'm testing out, basically. Okay, cool. So I'll be the prospects. We'll start with, in fact, we'll give you a little like break, Ollie. We'll start with Cass. We'll go Siggy, Ned, then Ollie.
Where we're starting from, like straight from Discovery.
Proper discovery, brother.
You're good with that. Cool. Jack, like for you, like what is the biggest motivator behind you wanting to make more money right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking to make like, I'm just really wanting more out of life, to be honest.
Like what is it that you want more of that you're not having right now?
Yeah, I mean, like more time, definitely. Yeah, more time. Obviously, with more time comes more enjoyment, and yeah, just being able to spend time with the people that I love.
Makes sense, man. Like who's robbing your time at the moment? So the cleaners next door, is it?
No, it's definitely not the cleaners next door. When you say, I don't feel like anyone's robbing my time.
Well, you don't have free time, right? So if
Correct.
you're not free, what are you?
Trapped.
Traps. Right? Is that how it feels when you just don't have the time that you have right now? Or am I missing myself off the mark here?
Yeah, I mean, like, I never really thought of it like that before, but I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, for you, what is it that when you have more time that you can now do? I know that you mentioned obviously family. What is it that you're missing out with family right now?
Yeah, I mean, just being with them more, and just being able to experience more life with them, and also having like more time with myself. Switch to Siggy.
Yeah, like in what way will your life look different then when you do this and you make more money and you have more time?
In what way will my life look different? Yeah, like my life will look different because I'll be able to actually just enjoy those moments with them more, and be able to actually spend the time that I want to spend with them.
Yeah. Why do you feel like you're not able to enjoy those moments right now?
I mean, the moments that I enjoy of them, like the moments that I do spend with them, like I do enjoy those moments.
Yeah, okay. And so what is it that you're currently wanting to free up? Like, where's your time going then now? That when we put you in a position you make more money, that you can get rid of?
Most of my time is spent at work right now, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right. So if you look at this, then when it comes to like getting that more time, what efforts have you taken to like actually get out of your job? Or no, I should type in that first. I should type in that first. How long have you been wanting to get more time?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. It's definitely been, it feels like forever.
Forever, like since you came out the womb, since we're in like while your mom was pregnant, like how long have you had that sensation?
Yeah, it's got to be like 18 months to 2 years now.
Okay, 18 months. All right. And so in those last 18 months, what have you tried to free up that time?
I've really just been focusing on just like my mental health more than anything else. And yeah, like that's really where I've been at with it. switched to net.
Cool, Jack. I appreciate you sharing that, man. And just so that I can get a bit more clarity on this, like off the books here, bro. What is it about your mental health that has been affected by this lack of time?
Well, yeah, work is stressful. Like I said, I don't really get to spend much time with my family.
Damn.
So that's been a big impact. And that's what I've been trying to change, or at least wanting to change.
I see. Got you, man. And like in terms of work being stressful and not being able to spend time with your family, like how directly is that impacting your mental health?
Yeah, well, how is it? Just the lack of time and the lack of experience that I get to spend with them, if that's what you mean. I'm not sure what you're asking.
Cool. No, it's good to have clarification on that. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is like that lack of time and that lack of time spent with them specifically, and I love the fact that you're a family man. Like, how does that affect your mental health, being able to have the time that you want to genuinely spend with your family?
Yeah, it makes it worse.
And in what way does it make it worse?
Just makes me feel like I'm not doing. Makes me feel like I'm not. It makes me feel like I'm doing it worse because it makes my mental health get worse because I look at like all of the time that I could spend with them and I'm not spending it with them, and so like that makes me just like decrease in mental health.
Mm. Yeah, I get you. I appreciate you sharing that again, Jack. And when you say decrease in mental health, so that we can really get on the same page here, so I can give you as much help as I can, like what does decrease in mental health look like to you emotionally?
Like cloudier mind, cloudier head, feeling like I'm trapped, like you mentioned before.
Okay.
Swap to Ollie.
Okay. How does having this like cloudier mind and cloudier heads impact you on the daily?
Yeah, I mean, it just means that I can't really focus on my tasks that I want to focus on, and it really affects me, like going to the gym. It even affects the time that I spend with them because I can't be fucking present when I'm with them.
I mean, how does it then, if family is the thing that helps your mental health anyway, and then not being able to spend the time with your family and actually improve your mental health when you can because it's so little time, I mean, how does that ultimately then make you feel, getting trapped in that cycle?
Well, I already feel like I am trapped in this cycle.
Yeah, being trapped in the cycle, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, like, well, not great.
And I mean, all these like feelings, how long has this been going on for?
Well, yeah, like 18 months, like I mentioned.
Okay. And what have you done in those 18 months to make the change?
Well, yeah, I mean, my mental health's been so fucked for like 18 months that I haven't even been able to really change in the first place, to be honest with you.
And why do you think, you really believe there's nothing you can do to help your mental health?
Well, I don't know. Like, this is the whole thing. And I don't really know what I can do because my mind is just that fucked. Come on, Cass. Send it.
So
Yeah, so remind me, like, has your mind been fucked since you was born, or is this something that just happened within time?
Nah, I mean,
like,
I think it.
That's right. I was thinking, there's no way he's gonna come in with this, bro. And he did. Oh, so
That shit
good.
might have been fucked since you were born. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't been fucked since I've been born. Just literally like the last 18 months is where it's actually been really, really messed up. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man. I respect you even like being honest and open about that as well. Because sometimes things like this isn't easy, right? But ultimately, up until 18 months ago, would it be fair to say that your mental health was in a good place before it turned sour?
It's definitely in a better place. Yeah, obviously it's not just like a complete turn. I didn't just 180 pivot and then one day I woke up and my whole life was fucked. It was like a gradual decline. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Right. But would it be fair to say that if you got into that mental health space of it's actually being messed, that you could also get out of it?
Yeah, I guess.
You know, you guess, or, you know.
Well, obviously I don't know because I didn't do it. So
Yeah. Well, let's look at it together, man. Like, for you to get out of the mental health that you're in right now, would it be fair to say that we have to change the situation that we're in, meaning more time with the family, meaning that actually you're in a better place in the first place?
to repeat the question, bro.
Yeah, sure. So for you to be in a better place mentally, would it be fair to say that we need to change the situation that we're in right now, which is we feel trapped, we've got no time, we can't spend time with our family?
Yeah, that would improve it definitely.
Yeah. So I know that you mentioned that for the last 18 months, even though you've been feeling this way, you haven't really actually put anything in place to actually free up your time in the first place. How come you never tried?
Well, like I said already, like my mental health was so fucked. Like I couldn't even do anything in the first place. Like all of this shit was going on. Like, and I just I couldn't even change anything to begin with.
Could you brush your teeth?
Yeah, I could brush my teeth. Like obviously
Like,
simple tasks like that, but tasks that required a lot of like focus and energy. Like I wasn't really cut out for that. At
okay,
that,
like,
at
would you
that time.
say that the job that you got right now when you're working, does that require a lot of your focus and time and effort?
Yeah, and I've been dropping in performance in that as well.
Yeah. I hate it. For you then, like, again, you
Swap,
don't have to tell me, obviously.
swap to Siggy.
Yeah, 'cause, like, do you mind if we look through this and like a different like? Do you mind if I share some perspective on this?
Yeah, sure.
Because your mental health being fucked, is that the problem or the symptom?
Good. What do you mean?
Yeah, because if we look at this, then if you took the action, so you could actually have that life where you can spend more time with the family and be more free and enjoy life more, then your mental health would be better. So, is your mental health being fucked the problem, or is it actually the symptom of you not taking actions?
Well, yeah, I guess it's a symptom.
Yeah. So, are you sure though? Like, actually,
Well, yeah. I mean, now that you share that light on that, like, yeah, I would agree.
why do you agree though?
I agree because like my I understand that if I took the action, like I would have been able to, things would have improved internally.
Yeah. So then, for me to actually be able to help you and see if this works, because the thing is, like, the same thing that's been holding you back for like actually taking the actions, if we don't solve it, would you agree that it's going to keep holding you back from taking the actions after this call?
I'm not sure.
Okay. But what do you feel like actually hindered you from taking any action? If we agree that the mental health was a symptom of you not taking action.
What do I feel stopped me from taking the action? Well, it's kind of like chicken and egg scenario, right? Like my mental health wasn't good, so I couldn't take the action, but I didn't take the action because of my mental health. But I understand that taking the action would have improved it. But like, how can I even break out of that cycle?
Yeah. Do you think there's any way to break out of that cycle?
No, I just don't know.
Okay. Well, would you agree? Okay.
Oh, go on. You can finish off.
Would you agree that there's people with worse mental health that have taken more action?
Well, I don't know anyone personally.
Okay. So like hypothetically, or even not even hypothetically, but like of the 8 billion people in the world, you think there's no one that like with worse mental health that has taken more action?
Yeah, I mean, out of the 8 billion, there must be at least one.
Yeah. So do you think it's possible then to have bad mental health and then take the action so you can get better mental health? Or is it like when you have mental health, you're monumentally fucked and you can never break out of it? Because if you hold that belief, bro, I don't see any way that we can help you.
Well, yeah, I mean, knowing that there's definitely at least one person out there, I guess there's definitely a way that I can fucking fix it.
You sure?
I'm not sure, but I'm willing to try.
Okay. Well, why haven't you been willing to try in the last 18 months?
Why haven't I been willing to try over the last 18 months?
Aside from your mental health.
Aside from my mental health, because I don't even know where to start with it, to be honest. Like, it's all just so overwhelming, and that was also playing a huge part on like why I didn't start. Fucking good job, Siggy. What's up to Ned?
Damn, Siggy was good, bro. You stole all the sauce then as well. Okay. And for you, Jack, like, I appreciate what you've said so far as well, man. Like, it's super useful for us to both get clarity, right, on the situation. Do you feel, and you can agree or disagree, like, Jenny, I'm just trying to understand more about where you're at, that if you, well, let's say there's two people, Jeff and Adam, and they're both trying to get in the best shape possible. And Jeff, like, he just learns more and more. He creates a perfect nutrition plan, the perfect workout plan, the perfect supplement plan. And he just keeps learning on how and what he would need to do when he starts in the gym. But he doesn't actually start. He hasn't started yet. Versus Adam, who instantly just thinks, let's get a gym membership, let's go to the gym day one. And as he's working out, he builds the confidence, he improves in his mental health, and he learns exactly what to do in the gym, what it takes to get in shape, whilst he's actually getting in shape. And like, out of the two here, Jack, between Jeff and Adam, like, who do you feel is going to make the most progress?
Well, obviously, you need to have research and data to make progress. So I would say like the first one.
Okay. And so you're saying Jeff. And why for you, like, over the course of the 6 months, when Jeff, he knows everything to do, he has the perfect plans, but he doesn't take action?
Yeah,
Why
but
is
you
he
see, like,
progress?
just that I'm not even learning. I'm not even like researching because I just genuinely don't even know where to start with it.
Okay, I get you, man. And in that situation, then, would you be better off acting more like Jeff or more like Adam? More like the one that does do the research, or more like the one that just starts and takes some action?
Probably like the one who does the research, Ollie.
Damn, I didn't even get any time to cook. I did shit.
Go on. You can have a couple more lines. Then. Just make sure that you're listening, Ollie, because I'm gonna throw some bullshit out.
Okay. More the one that does the research, is what you said. And like, let's say 6 months down the line, like, you do some research, you hop on some more of these calls, but you don't actually pick up any weights, you don't actually curl any dumbbells. Like, what position do you feel like that would put you in, Jack?
I'll definitely have a lot more knowledge on where I can like lift the dumbbells and how I can make the progress and yeah, like I feel like I'll have a good foundation of knowledge to be able to actually be the version of me that I want to be in the next 6 months after that.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I like that. And like, if you didn't take any action on that knowledge, would you make any progress, or is the knowledge useful without action?
Well, yeah, obviously without action it's useless, but I'm not gonna not take action on it. Like I will. I just want to get some more knowledge, and that's kind of why I'm on the call.
Yeah, got you, man. That's cool. And do you feel like you're ever gonna like? Do you feel like there's ever going to be a point where you feel like you have the perfect amount of knowledge to start, or would you say, like, even with your job right now, Jack, like sometimes you have to do stuff that you don't feel like you 100% know how to do it or what to do, but you still figure it out whilst you're getting it done?
Well, I mean, there's having the perfect amount of knowledge, and then there's literally having zero, which is what I've got now. So, like, I at least want to have like 1% knowledge before I do something, which is why I'll be the researcher initially, and then take action afterwards.
Yeah, 100%, man. And then, considering that, what stopped you from being the researcher in the last 18 months?
Okay. Well, yeah, like I just didn't know where to start, like I said.
And if you like don't ever start researching or don't ever start taking action, are you gonna ever know where to start?
Well, that's why I'm on this call, so I can start to get more knowledge.
Yeah, exactly, man. What I'm trying to
Next,
say,
Ollie.
fuck's sake.
I mean, do you think that just getting on the call is enough?
Well, I don't know. Like I've never been on a call like this, so that's the whole reason why I'm here.
Okay, but do you think if you just like get on the call and obviously don't take any action, do you think that's going to progress you? Or do you feel like you're going to make progress towards your goals?
I was so confused.
Yeah,
Yo,
so
Ned, why are you saying like he said he wanted to be the researcher and he said, yeah, I like that.
Say again.
I'll lean out a bit more. Like when he said like he would like to be the researcher or the person one, he said, yeah, I like that. Something like that.
I said that.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, I wasn't leaning out enough, so I was having.
Yeah, you need to be more skeptical. What
Yeah.
I would do though is like take up the example of someone really, really successful. Right? Like the analogy that I typically do is like swimming. Like when you learned to swim, did you fucking look at the water and think, or did you just jump in and start paddling around? And then you can tie that into like a person they idolize. Like who do you idolize in business or in life? Did they like know exactly where they started? No, they didn't. Why did they let that stop them? No. Why have you let it stop you? And you can actually go deeper on it.
Yeah, and you can ask them why they haven't held themselves to the same standard.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely, yeah. But yeah, all right, let's run it. Good advice, by the way, Siggy. I was listening to that in the airports and that when I was out there.
Appreciate
yeah.
it, sweet.
Very good. So up to this point, C saved you all. So Ollie, continue where we're at. So we're at the point, just to refresh, where I said, yeah, well, I have literally zero knowledge. That's why I'm on the call. And you said, and we'll just go from there.
wait, so what I said before about like is just getting on the call enough. So
Yeah, exactly. So like, why is getting on the call enough? Well, that's it. Well, I don't know. I've never been on one of these calls before. So like, that's why I'm here, to gain more knowledge.
Okay. Wait, Jack, sorry, I'm confused. Do you want me to carry on doing what I was doing or pick up on
Yeah.
what he was doing? No.
No, just like continue doing what you're doing, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And do you think just getting on these calls and not actually taking the action and getting started is going to get you there?
Well, like, I didn't say I'm not here to take action. I just said like I wanted to gain more knowledge.
So once you've gained this knowledge, what are you going to do to get there?
What am I going to do? Like, well, yeah, after this call, like I know that I need to take the action. I just now want to have the knowledge to be able to take the action.
Okay. Um, okay, so if, I'm struggling now.
You're going to pass it to Cass. You're going to pass the baton to Cass.
Can I,
Ollie, bro, you're good. You're doing fine, man. You haven't even like tried that much. Like, just keep
I
going.
have like no direction of where to go with it.
I was gonna go like, if I did it, I would have been like, well, how long have you felt that way? That once you get enough knowledge that you can actually take action and get to whatever.
Just
yeah,
hold
and
up.
then once he says that, you can also say how much does it cost you?
Just, yeah, like to give you an idea on the thought process and where you want to go. Like, you want to understand how you can take me from externalizing. I need to get external to do internal. You need to flip it so I can be internal to get the external, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it, bro. Come on, a bit of confidence there with chest.
Yeah. Okay. No, I literally.
All right, cool. I'll pass it to Cass then. It's all right.
Cool. So, look, like when you say that you want to take action once you get the knowledge, right? Like, how long have you felt that way for?
Well, yeah, literally, probably like I've always wanted to get the knowledge first. So yeah, like probably similar time frame, like 18 months.
Yeah. And I know that you mentioned that, you know, you didn't even know where to start, right? Let me ask you this, like, let's say I was like your best friend, right? And I was just completely overweight and I wanted to get down 30 pounds and have like 6-pack abs and everything. But I just didn't know where to start. What would you tell me to do?
Get the knowledge and start.
So for you then, knowing that, how come it's took you 18 months to start to get the knowledge in the first place?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like just doing some searches online of like, just doing some searches online, just trying to figure out like where to go, what to do, like whether we're going like, I don't know what we're selling on it, but like let's just say we're doing fitness, like whether I need to do keto diet, protein like based carnivore, or like, you know, whether I need to go fucking vegan, like I just don't know because I just like I don't even know where to look, what resources to trust. And yeah, like that's ultimately the reason as to why I feel I haven't got the knowledge.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Like, how do you know how something works?
By reading the instructions.
Okay, and when you read the instructions, then what do you do?
Then I know how it works.
And then when you know how it works, what do you do with that information?
Well, depending on what it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what you mean, man.
Okay, let's say you've been researching about like keto and everything else. We've now got that information. What do you do with that information so you can start losing weight?
Okay, better.
That's good.
I now need to use that knowledge into a process and into a plan to be able to do what I want to be able to take the actions of the man who I want to be to achieve what I want to achieve.
Yeah. Okay, this way you've got your plan, you've got everything in place, right?
Yeah.
What do you then do with that plan?
Use it.
You just do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you, like the one thing, you agree or not, the only one thing we can truly control in our life is our mind, right? To be fair to
Yeah.
that. So if we look internally within ourselves, what is it that needs to change in order for you to now take action and start using the plans that you have?
Just need to take more action, I guess.
Yeah. And when you, like, let's say that you take action, right? Who is the guy on the other side of this? When you take the actions, you start implementing the diets and so on, you start losing weight. What does that 2.0 version of you look like?
Um, I'm not sure where this is going. Like, even like role player side, like we're not diving into future base just yet because we haven't got like
but I feel like he got
No.
fucked because like the future phase was he wants to make more money online so he can have more time with his family, and now it's that he wants to get a fucking 6-pack, and I don't even know why he wants a 6-pack. Does he want more girls? Does he want more status? Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
No, we're all good. We can go back. We can go back to the original one. Like, it's fine. I just got lost in it, to be honest with you. Like, because I'm typing notes and listening to you all and like putting feedback. So I just got lost in it. But we can go back to time with family, and like have the same excuses and the same bullshit up to now, but have like we'll go back to that original one. So at the point now in the call where like I understand that I need to take more action. Like internally, when these changes that I need to take more action, and then we'll swap to Siggy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off by the way, Jack, because it's iftar time. I appreciate
Just what?
it.
Sorry.
I said it's iftar time, so I'm gonna go eat.
All right, Brad. Cool. No worries. Have fun. Take
See you
care.
later. Okay, bye.
It's great to see you, man.
Yes. All right, bro. So basically, where we were at right now is that you said internally you need to take more action, which is it isn't even internal. Okay. So when it comes to taking more action, then what's held you back from actually taking the actions?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm just. I honestly don't know.
Yeah. Because like when you go to take action, then what kind of thoughts pop into your head that stop you from taking action?
Fucking hell. Can I get out of it? Do I have enough time? Do I have enough knowledge? Do I have enough resources? Do I have? Yeah, that's what I would say stops me.
Right. I mean, if we're kind of like you agree to like free up the time and to get the resource and to get the knowledge, you need to actually take action, right? That's what we've kind of talked about so far.
Yeah, agreed.
So knowing that when you go to take action, what is it that is actually stopping you?
Well, yeah, I guess I just question how. I question on how. Fuck it, I think I'm cooked. I guess I do question how capable I am of actually gaining the knowledge and having the ability to implement the knowledge.
Yeah. So the way I interpret this is kind of like, would it be fair to say that when you go to take action, or let me ask you a question first then. If you were 100% sure that taking the actions would get you 10K a month so you can have time with your family, would you take them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So would it be fair to say that like this is a fear of you being unsuccessful when you go to take the actions and it will all be for nothing?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. What would be fair to say then?
Nah, I'm cooked. I'm cooked for real. There's no way I can escape that. But yeah, that's how you'd get there, boys. Like you've done a good job, and I know it's super hard when there's like fucking 4 of you doing it as well. We used to run these all the time. Was that like helpful for you guys to run it like that to try and like fucking save each other and like open other doors? Guess you're fucking thinking, right?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Never mute, by the way.
Yeah, I had to mute you, bro, because Julius was yapping over the top of it.
I said it was cool to see how Siggy did it. You questioned, wow, Siggy, man, you haven't even got your camera on, and you've still got a lot of authority. I can't see your camera anyway. And it still felt like you had a lot of authority and a lot of direction with the combo.
Yeah, his camera is on, bro. You can't see it. Oh, damn. But yeah, like I think it was, you all did extremely well. Cass did well as well. Shame he had to go before I could like drop some feedback for you guys. But from what
Is Cass a closer?
Cass is a closer, yeah.
Yeah, because I could hear like some of the lines. It's like you don't learn that unless you're in closing, like the cleaner next door, and like
Yeah, he's yeah. We've been working together now for like 5 weeks, I think. But he was also on a couple of the offers I've been on before. So yeah, like Cass is a full-time closer. Cool. So with first one I got up here is Siggy. When I was like saying that I want more moments with my family, like I would have like to understand what moments I'm missing out on. What do you feel you could have asked to be able to get clarity on that?
I mean, like future pacing is the biggest thing I struggle with. But I try to get like in what way would life be different? It's like you just have the time to enjoy it. And then when I asked you about like, and you said like right now you're not enjoying the time with the family. It's like what is it about that you don't enjoy? And you say like, oh, I enjoy the time I have with them. It's just that I don't have enough time. So I just kind of wanted to go down that route. I probably could have gone way harder and like, why is it important for you to spend time with your family though? Like, why do you enjoy that so much? Where does that come from? And like I could have future paced it more. Is what I feel like I could have done there.
Yeah, good analysis, bro. One really good thing that people often don't do is like kind of flip it the other way. It's like, well, what moments do you want to enjoy more of that you're not at the moment? You know, like that type of like small future pace where it's like, well, identify the moments that he's missing out on, like, you know, and what moments are you missing out on right now? Like, what are you missing out on by the time that you don't have? No one really dug into my current situation about work, how many hours I'm working, or like what it is that I'm actually missing out on. That's where you can get some real fucking pain.
Yeah.
Birthdays, events, funerals, people dying and shit like that. Like it can get really deep sometimes, you know. It's like, well, what is it that you've actually missed out on over the last 18 months that you don't want to miss out on? Yeah, but okay. And on that day, for example, like on your fucking daughter's birthday, when you missed out on that day and you were at work and you were sat there, but you understood because of the actions that you haven't taken that you can't be at your daughter's birthday. What's her name? Like, I don't know, Sydney. All right, and you can be there at Sydney's birthday. What type of man did you feel like?
Yeah. Well, I would want to go into that after I figured out the internal limitation. Because if I say like, because of the actions that you didn't take in the start, you would have been like, bro, you don't know shit about like what actions like. So like I would have done like the fear of failure, reframe that like fear of failure into you just like fear of failure, reframe that into like you're avoiding growth and how much that has cost you. And then ideally, like if I could have that in like moments, okay, then how does it make you feel? Looking in the mirror that the reason you weren't able to be available at X and Y moment is because you've let the fear of failure stop you.
Agreed.
And then like, or I should have probably like done the successful before.
Yeah.
Like being at the daughter's birthday, okay, and then on the other side of this, like what person you see in the mirror when blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's perfect. Because the internal limitation is where the real pain is at. You know, they understand that because of themselves, they're not at their daughter's birthday, bro. That's gonna hit fucking deep, you know. And then what I've realized and what I've been taught recently is that future pace is not questions, but it's an experience, is the way that you want to see it. So when you're future pacing someone, it's for them to live in that experience of who they can be. You know? But yeah, I thought that you, bro, like I literally typed here, close off mental health, and then the next line is fucking well done. Because you did extremely well there. When you recognize the external, like action is not internal, like obviously you did that, which is good. A great question you can ask is like, well, what do you need to let go of internally to start taking action? That way you understand, okay, the internal limitation is this. You can even ask, like, I've never done it, but I imagine it would probably slap, like, what internal limitation that you need to let go of so that you can start taking action. That way they understand exactly what you want out of that question. Last one as well, like last bit of note I would say is like the only thing that I would say you needed to do differently, man, was like towards the end was don't use 100% sure. Use a word like certain or confident. Because like, I don't know, you can never really be 100% sure.
In like what moment when did I say that?
You said if you were 100% sure that you'd be successful, would you have taken the action?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So just like avoid that if you can. But otherwise, bro, like I thought it was extremely good. Can tell that you've been putting in the reps and practicing. So Well done. Big well done. Ned, next one. When I was talking about mental health, you wanted to like try and figure out like what's causing my mental health to be terrible. Like, is it my own habits? Is it my own like wrongdoings? Or is it like external shit that's going on? Because then you can either slam down responsibility or empower me to get through external bullshit, basically. One of the two. When you understand where that's coming from, you can then say like, what was the moment that you realized that your mental health is no longer serving you? Take an action. This moment. Okay. And when you went into like the knowledge thing, you were trying to say that I was learning, like Jeff and what's his name? Jeff and Adam was the example that he gave, I think. You're trying to suggest that I was learning already, or like I was putting in steps to research, but I hadn't even like said that. So just be careful is the only reason I say that. Like, you don't want to start, because if somebody's not researching, if they tell you that they are, if you tell them that they're researching, or they get the impression that you feel that they are, they're gonna like be so happy with that, because they're like, I'm actually doing nothing, but this guy thinks that I'm researching and like putting in work. Do you know what I mean? And you're just gonna empower the wrong side of the brain, basically. Yeah. Does that make sense though?
Yeah, 100%, man. That's
Yeah.
why we went in circles, because I was trying to fucking challenge a problem that wasn't even there.
Yeah. And the analogy needed to be much more relevant to me. So for example, you can be like, give me the names of two of your friends. Then you can like start to make it a bit more relevant to them if you're going to use something like that.
Yeah, Cass was pretty fucking good at it too. But I also really like asking for an idol, like especially on a business offer, or you could even ask for an idol, like, okay, who's someone that in fitness you probably say like, who's someone in fitness that you like, look at their physique and think that's fucking amazing. Okay, Brad Pitt. Okay, so Brad Pitt, like, and then if you've already done like the swimming analogy that I used, like I mentioned that one, but okay, Brad Pitt, like when it came to like growing his physique, did he know exactly where to start, or did he just like jump in the water and start paddling? Okay, jumped in the water. Did he know where to start? Yeah, no, he didn't. Did he let that stop him, or did he actually just blah 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 paddle in the water? He didn't let that stop him. Okay, then why have you been letting it stop you? And then like the internal.
But why could they not just say, did he know how to start? I don't know. Like, I'm not Brad Pitt. I don't know if Brad
Well,
Pitt
if they do, bro, like then they're just retarded. Like, if I ask you, like Ned, like who do you look up to in business?
Alex Hormozy.
Alex Hormozy, right? And so when it comes to like, okay, like I'll do the swimming thing first so you get the context. What I used to do is like, okay, Ned, have you ever swum before? Just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Just
when
curious.
you were swimming for the first time, did you like look at the water and think about it, or did you just like fucking jump in and started paddling around and like needing your mom to like basically drag you out the water?
I can't remember, man.
Like, okay. Well, bro, like, did you learn swimming by looking at the water and thinking about it?
Could I learn swimming from looking at the water and thinking about it? No. I'd have
No.
to be in the water.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you feel like the same principle would apply to your business?
In what way? Like, how's that apply?
Like, in the way that you actually need to jump into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's held you back then from taking your own advice when it comes to this?
Just not knowing where to start.
Okay. Well, let's look at Alex Hormozy then. When he was starting Gym Launch in his girlfriend's like house, did he know where to start?
No. But
No.
he knew quite a bit about business. So.
Okay, well, let's think about his first business then. Did he know where to start?
No, he didn't. He just drove out.
No. Are you sure?
Yeah, I heard him on a podcast. He just drove out and started.
So, did he let that stop him though from taking action? No. So why are you letting that stop you?
Yeah, that's good.
What slapper? Yeah, that's good shit, bro.
That's really good.
Do you find that the swimming analogy lands? Like, do you feel like it like It does.
I've never actually tried it on a call before. I've only tried it with you. Like I just thought of it on the spot.
It's
I
yeah,
saw
it's
like
good.
I
It
saw like a
feels like it
quote
lands
like
because it's hard to say. Like if you look at the, because even if the person says, I don't know, like I don't remember, you can say, well, if you look at the water, like, are you going to go and have spit? Like, fuck no, bro.
Yeah.
That's not possible to
I
you
have.
could
just
even like make it even more absurd. Like take what's the guy's name? Like the best swimmer in the world. Like
Michael
did he
Phelps.
learn? Yeah, did Michael Phelps become the best swimmer in the world by looking at the water and analyzing the oxygen balance? No, he didn't. Like, did he actually jump in the water? Yes, he did. Okay. And so if you want to be the best at this and you want to build a 100K a month business, do you feel like you want to be the person who jumps in the water or the person who looks at the water? Okay, the person who jumps in the water. When is the appropriate time to start taking your own advice on this? And then yeah, like whatever.
Yeah, that's solid actually. I think like sometimes when you make it exciting as well, like if you include like the way that you make it exciting is either like make it like a sky like something like a skydiver cliff jump, or like use a celebrity like somebody who's like involved in sport, Michael Phelps or like a boxer or something like that. Did he ever like win a fight just by sparring? Just by like not even sparring, but just watching like Mike Tyson knockout reels on YouTube? No. But yeah, I really like that, Siggy. That's actually really good, bro. You should definitely try use that on the call. Well, not try. You definitely should use that on the call and see how it lands. Cool. Ollie, my man. Last but not least, I actually felt that you had good direction. To be honest with you, bro, I felt that you towards the end you kind of suffered off your own mind more than anything else. You just got in your own head a little bit.
Being a
Which is
pussy.
like
I just got like get nervous and then just blocks everything.
that's what happens, bro. When you go into fight or flight, like your whole head will just get blocked. That's why so many people fuck up on objections because they're just like, so what do you want to do? We want to move forward, or you want to? Do you know what I mean? Like people just need to chill the fuck out, like relax, bro. Like this is the place where you need to get it wrong, so that when you go on calls, you start to get it right. So like it's totally chill, bro. Don't even worry about it. When I came and like I was spitting some fucking bullshit at you, and I was saying like I just want more knowledge. You could have like reframed it of like, do you feel that that's all you're capable of? And that goes for all of you boys, by the way. Like, when somebody comes on, it's like, I just want more knowledge. You're like, well, like, do you believe that that's all you're capable of? Just getting more knowledge? Really? Like,
Damn,
there's,
that's such a quick reframe.
isn't it, right?
I had
Because
that.
go on.
I had that objection earlier for like 15 minutes. I just need to know more. I just need more knowledge. All that. Yeah.
And like, okay, I get it. Like, everyone wants more knowledge, right? Like, I wish I had more knowledge about how to like fucking, I don't know, scuba dive without an oxygen tank. Like, that would be fucking awesome if I had that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Just reframe and make them seem like a fucking retard. It's like, what's the return on investment in more knowledge? 0. Okay. And just getting more knowledge, do you believe that that's what you're capable of? No. Okay. Well, what has you just striving for the minimum then? Then they're going to be like, fuck, they just feel cooked. Like, there's nowhere they can go. They just have to pour their heart out to you at that point. Because sometimes, boys, it's not necessarily about like just the right questions at the right time. Sometimes it's just about making someone just not even know where to go. The only other route for them to do is just pour their heart out to you and just open up to you about everything, basically. But yeah, in terms of actual like specific feedback for you, brother, a bit more energy as well when you're talking, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Bit more like just speak a little bit quicker, engage more, because at the moment you're just kind of sounding like a bit like this, which is okay. But like have that only for a short period of time, like speed up, slow down, like just make it a bit more engaging.
Yeah.
Kind of like you're acting in a way, right? Like not acting like a different person, but you're just like sometimes if you need to like just speed it up and just speak like you're speaking with the fucking like most passionate motivation that you can ever find, like that will help you in certain situations.
Yeah.
And go on, Siggy. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I feel like also like, and you pointed out too, like when I do sales calls, so sometimes like the voice just changes. Like it's just like okay, like it's just like super soft, you know.
Yeah.
Instead of just like speaking from the nuts.
Yeah, speaking from the nuts, exactly. Like when you're a fucking man, which thankfully we all are, apart from Ned. No, I'm joking, not really. But when you're when you're a man, like, and you have a fucking husky voice, like you make your voice deeper intentionally. You have a stronger frame of leadership. People tend to follow you more. Like you just have a stronger frame in general. Like people start to ask you for advice. Like I've had people on calls before ask me like, well, what is it that you feel I should do? Do you know what I mean? And then that's when you know, like, they're literally like, they have no other reason but to piff.
So yeah, motherfuckers, same hat, same t-shirt, same watch, same microphone, same sauna, same apartment, same location in Marbella. If you found this useful, or if you genuinely see a gap in your sales, in your business, in your closing, then one, go follow my Instagram. Or if you're actually dedicated and you want to find a way to actually solve the issues that you have, and you can genuinely see how I can help, then feel free to book in a call. We can run over your calls, or I can audit your entire sales process, absolutely no strings attached, and you can book it in down below. I'll drop my Calendly link in the description. Go check that out. Go book it in. Drop me a message on Instagram, and yeah, go make some motherfucking money.